I saw a video from Kati.
From what?
Kati.
Uh-huh.
About Lost Ark China, and it was kind of amazing. Again.
Very schade.
What these guys are doing. I mean, just fine.
Very
Because
shame.
it was Saintone, Saint One on his stream. One of his viewers is from the Chinese server. And he sent him something. I just quickly need to get the VOD.
What is it? This plays on the Chinese server.
Ah, here we go.
And usually he provides me... Yeah, let me ask him real fast. Anyways, his name is Howie, and he plays on the Chinese server. And basically, because it's kind of hard to find people who play on that server, it's hard to actually get information or real information about that server in general. So he actually wrote an overview of like some of the stuff. Because one of the questions I asked yesterday is how much free stuff do you get on the Chinese server? And obviously none of you guys play on the Chinese server, but he does. So we can actually get some information. Since you mentioned free stuff in Chinese server yesterday, we can start with that. I'll skip over the daily stuff, which normally gives out honing mats. First, we have a year-long Mokoko bootcamp event. This is kind of a common thing in all games in China. So it is not a big surprise when it comes back. There's the first page of the reward. The rest is just honing mats. 75 tier 3 leap stone every week, stuff like that.
I kind of feel like this is already so much better than what we have, right? Just a year-long Mokoko bootcamp event, so people can just come in whenever, and people get help all the time. It's definitely... they're doing this apparently already much better than what we are doing.
Not a lot. The first reward is the dragon outfit you can see in the picture. The second one is a special title. The third one is a legendary card pack selection. The fourth is a legendary card pack. The last one is a box loot where you have the chance to get silver card, EXP, card selection, legendary card pack. So year-long thingamabobber that I guess they could just regularly get some stuff from. I mean, this adds up. 75 leap stones every week. It might not be a lot in the vacuum of a single week, but every week over a year is actually pretty decent. The second big free shit we get is honing nerf before a new raid comes out. Oh. So we're getting Famine in 2 weeks on February 12th. So at the beginning of the month, instead of giving honing nerf to us, they just send out honing books. All these books apply to a con gear 1585 to 1620, so you can just claim them once you have a character in your roster hitting the item level in the screenshot.
I really think about this. I mean, you know, we have to take a couple of things into consideration, though. You know, they are being pushed through the content even faster than we have been. So there is an argument to be made that they have to get more than we were given at the time. But I think it's really crazy that they get a honing nerf for item levels, which are to catch up to the newest raids. I mean, this is freaking fantastic. I would love if we would have stuff like this where they always only help us in our version to get alts up somewhere, but they never help us to bring our main up.
I see. So they don't get special honing nerfs in China, but they kind of work around that by just sending their players a shit ton of the honing books whenever a new raid is coming out.
Exactly. This is how it should
At the
be.
bottom is a special giveaway for support players. Oh my
And you heard this? Special giveaway for support players.
god, they get bonus rewards for playing support to help their support shortage. Well, you don't have a support shortage right now, chat, so it is what it is. That's kind of crazy, though. You get extra books if you're a support?
And you know, what he's saying is actually not true. He's saying we don't have a support shortage. We don't have a support shortage for some reason in Belshazzar hard mode, but we still have a support shortage. It's just a little bit strange how the support shortage is working right now.
I really don't know how it works like this.
Yeah, the support shortage is in Aegir hard mode somehow. And I don't understand why. So should get the reward. There are plenty of people that do the same damage as a support, so should get the rewards too, right? Yeah, just get both. Money, just get both. I think you get both, honestly. You get both of these. If you play a support, you just get extra.
Yeah, what if you're a DPS paladin? Then you're getting extra books for free. Oh, shit. That's the loophole.
And you know, this is per character apparently.
Oh my.
You know, this is per
God.
character and not roster wide. So every character you have gets these book to catch up for the newest raid. For the newest raid, not old raids. I mean, this is insane. Let's go in China.
China.
With all the books given out, a
Evening
normal player can
Frost.
easily push a character to 16 ton.
Yeah, it's always gate 0.
And they did the same
It's the
thing last
hardest.
time with a con release. So I guess whenever they get a new raid, they do something similar to this. They just send out a shit ton of books to help the growth of players.
I'm
And
coming
bonus
China.
books for support characters.
Happy Chinese New Year's.
The third big thing is the Super Mokoko Express. We call it differently, of course. So considering this express is the equivalent to the Ignite server in the West, but on a regular server and better. What? It's the latest event we got with the release of Striker, but the big thing about Express event like this in CN is that you will always get to the level intended rather painlessly. If you are creating a brand new account in the West to try to catch to the Express event, you'll run out of mass after 2 tabs and stuck at 1543. Yes, that is me. The Express event in China is just like the Ignite server. You can get to the level relatively quickly. I don't see anyone who needs to spend more than 2 weeks of normal playing to hit 1580 with this event with a brand new character.
And I think this is also kind of crazy because, I mean, we all know what he's talking about, right? If you make a new character, there's absolutely no fucking way in hell that you get this character to the end game within Hyper Express. And they just easily get an Express event, which brings you to the highest item level and gives you enough materials. I think this is how it should be for a Hyper Express, honestly. Doesn't matter if they are more behind than we are in terms of the rates, but it's definitely much better. Do you like it?
Some details about this event. So you get loot for reaching every level listed, and you'll get mats to help you get to the next level. So when you reach 1490, which you will after the power pass, you get enough mats to help you hit to 1520 and so on and so forth. 1540.
Don't you guys think that whenever we have a Hyper Express, it feels like they calculated exactly an amount of materials which they know is not enough to get anywhere to squeeze out more money out of us? This is how I feel always when we have a Hyper Express event and I want to push a character. Even if you take your time, you need so long if you don't funnel materials into this character.
You get 20k bound gold. At 1560, you get 30k bound gold. At 1580, you get 50k bound gold.
Listen to this, how much gold they get.
You can also see 4 different types of missions on the screenshot. Going from left to right, they are daily missions.
I think we usually get like 50k gold when a character reaches the end in the latest Hyper Express event. Wasn't it? Honey?
Yeah.
Something like this, and they just get these multiple
Weekly
gold
missions,
steps.
honing missions, life skill missions. So upon completion, you'll be getting additional honing mats, raid mats, and bound gold. Since I completed this event already, I couldn't go back to check the gold drop for each mission. They are simple, quick missions like clear Chaos Dungeon, clear Clown Raid. After completing all the missions, you can get additional 100 to 125k bound gold. I am not sure the exact amount, so in total from this event, you can get 225k bound gold.
225k bound
Damn.
gold, that is crazy. I really...
That is like,
The Ignite server mission system, I really liked the idea behind it. I mean, obviously for us veterans who just made the Ignite server character to farm the free gold, it was a bit annoying, but the general principle behind it, I really enjoy it. It's a really good idea. Because then the newer players also have to interact with specific stuff to level up and then get more materials. And I think it seems like in China they just have made it much more juicy than what we had.
it's like the Ignite server. but like it's not a separate server. It's just an event on their main server.
Which is also good that you don't have to change servers for this stuff.
Honing cost? Yes, the honing cost will cost you some of the gold, but not a lot. Between 1490 to 1580, the honing cost has been greatly reduced, and the success rate has been greatly increased, but the event character only. Outside of golden mats, this event also gives out gems, but nothing fancy. In Chinese solo shop, we are still only getting level 6 gems. This event gives out full set of level 7 gems.
But 6
and
gems
4
are
level
also
8
enough
gems, tier
mostly,
3.
right?
Nothing out of the ordinary, but this event also gives out the same. Oh, wow. They get the bracelet, too. The Ignite server bracelet
Oh, wow.
on this event.
With some vitality
Giga
plus
one.
circulate and superiority. Holy god, that is a really good bracelet you get in the event.
Is
Huh.
character bound?
Yeah, I mean, for only for this event, the character he has like they get like a juice bracelet already. It's also good because it's so hard to roll a good
happening
one.
right now is the New Year's event. So between now and Daymine release, we have double chance for Lucky Room and Cube. Oh,
that
you
we
have
also
that
have.
in the West right now.
Anyway, we can
We have
access this
Blooming
document
Mokoko
he's
event as
reading.
well.
I
Nobody
have no
likes that
idea.
event.
I also want to see that.
It is just that we will only get around
seems
900
like the
gold for
viewer
every gold
gave him.
Mokoko we
Yeah.
pick up. We don't have the 100K
Maybe in his Discord.
gold prize. They have a shittier version of the shitty
Yeah,
event.
exactly. We had the Igniter bracelet of tier 3. That was also kind of amazing.
Blooming Mokoko events.
Outside of those, we add a possible bracelet drop in the auction after clearing Kangle, Akon, and Voldis. What the fuck is this? The bracelet drop is guaranteed to be either crit swift, crit spec, or
Oh
swift
my God.
spec.
Wow.
That is
What?
insane. For the time
That's
where they are,
crazy.
it's insane. Holy moly. And then
Wow.
two
If you get
extra
a
roll
bracelet
lines.
that has stats between 90 to 100, it will always have 2
Life.
bonus lines. If you get a bracelet that has
If you get a
stats between
vagina
100
Mokoko.
and 120, it always has 3 bonus lines.
Holy fuck.
What the fuck? That's a fucking crazy event. Wait, what are the chances that it drops? I want to know.
What is this, seriously?
It's an event where you can randomly get one of these bracelets after clearing Kangle, Akon, or Voldis.
Ah, but for 3 raids even. Maybe even if the chance is not like super high, if you run these
Shit,
with a
I wonder
couple
if
of
it's like an
characters,
insanely rare thing or if it's something that they actually commonly see. I'm so curious about that. That's a crazy event, though. What the fuck?
imagine they would do this for us now for like Agia hard mode for the ancient bracelets.
Oh my god, that sounds freaking lovely.
Holy god, look at the side wheel energy cost.
Outside of the auction, you can
How much
also
is it?
get
I
this
can't say
box
that
on the right
properly.
from clearing the 3 raids I mentioned. So Kangle, Akon, Voldis. For each clear, you should be getting 2 to 3 boxes depending on the raid. Inside this box, you're able to get the bracelet that I mentioned in the auction. If you're wondering why EXP Potion is in there, that's because we're trying to reach 70. Wait, what?
What? They can
They have
only
level
reach
70
70?
already? Damn, that's gonna be a really weird Thaymine prog with Arc Passive and level 70.
They have Arc passive before Themine? What the? That is really strange, yeah.
And that basically covers the big free stuff that they get in China server. Now I'm gonna show you some pay-to-win market RMT situation in Xi'an. Here's the map. Oh! Oh!
Look at the side wheel drop.
What does that sidereal energy cost?
4th row Arc passive
Oh
for
my
Themine.
God.
They won't tap that thing, yeah.
There are a few crazy things going over.
Maybe
in
they
Xi'an
adjusted
server.
the
First of all,
HP or
F4
something,
shop.
you know?
Xi'an is China server is pumping mats through the F4 shop. If you think the West is getting a good deal from F4, think again. Oh my god, they get giga fucking shit in their cash shop.
No, he's also talking about the price. Wait,
What
is
they
this?
have been selling are packages like these. It's saying
Buy three, get one for
wow.
free.
Okay, so if you buy all three of them, you get an extra entire package that has all this shit in it on top. So instead of 3 times this, you get 4 times
Everyone
this.
in China go own an Esther 8.
If you spend money to purchase gold through the gold exchange, you can get 100 units worth of mats. You spend the same amount of money to buy RMT gold from the player.
What? What? Okay, wait, I need to hear this again. Sorry.
Okay, so if you buy all 3 of them, you get an extra entire package that has all this shit in it on top. So instead of 3 times this, you get 4 times this. If you spend money to purchase gold through the gold exchange, you can get 100 units worth of mats. You spend the same amount of money to buy RMT gold from the player. Then buy the mats from the market, you can get 100.
What does it mean by the player? Just using the gold exchange, I guess, right?
The same amount of money to directly purchase this package. What?
So what? So you buy gold in the F4 shop, and on top of buying the gold, you get materials. Do I understand this correctly? The mats of
As
money.
the in the cash shop for $100.
Hi, Mr. 4K. Of money there, you will get 100.
Evening, Mr. 4K.
So it's essentially you buy gold in the game and you just get... No, if you RMT gold instead of cash shop, you get more mats for the same price.
Good evening, Lars.
But we are talking about RMT in the cash shop, right? In F4. Eh? How do you RMT golds? So they say...
RMT in
So
F4 shop, you mean?
So there is RMT between players inside of the game? Wait, okay, wait, maybe he explains this.
So their packages in the cash shop are beating their RMT rates.
So this is cheaper than RMT, is what he's saying.
That's crazy. So he's saying that if you exchange gold, royal crystals for gold, then you would get 100 units, arbitrary units. If you RMT'd through gold sellers, you would get 125 units for the same price. If you actually use the F4 shop, you would get 150 units for the same amount of money. So basically their cash shop is just fucking goated, apparently.
What? I mean, in which world can you make stuff cheaper? Then you have to make it so cheap. What the fuck? So you make it so cheap that you don't go to G2G anymore.
Wow.
Because G2G is too expensive. Thank you for following, Svani. But how does that even... I mean, of course, at some point, RMT is not worth it anymore, right? Because the effort to sell the gold is not... I mean, in China, someone said before here, everybody will have an Esther weapon. Obviously, everybody will be fucking juicy because if the stuff is so cheap, relatively speaking, you can just juice up all your characters super easy.
The only idea can make from this Chinese money? What is so fucking clever?
Look at this, honey. This is actually so cheap. So put some context here. To make a plus 25 Akan weapon going from 20 to 25, it will cost you around 2.8k Chinese yuan, which is around $380 US. If you are buying the package from the F4 shop every week and buying RMT gold. $380 US is nothing in comparison to what a plus 25 weapon would have cost you if you do this in our cash shop, for sure. They're so much better than AGS if it's not realistic to beat bots for over 2 years. Now just give us value packs. Yeah.
To put some context here, to make a plus 25 a
I
con
spent
weapon,
800 US and I get fish and wood.
2.8k Chinese yuan, which is around $380 US if you were buying the package from the F4 shop every week.
But what do they mean by buying RMT gold? I still don't get it.
If you were to RMT it. On the other hand, to make a plus 8 S weapon, it would cost you around 140,000 Chinese yuan.
So they are saying buying RMT gold is fine, right? So they just allow RMT, if I understand this correctly. So they allow RMT, Sure. And then they say, we get enough money because we give you so freaking juicy material deals in the shop that we still make profits.
Wow.
It's not a bad idea. I feel like it's an unconventional idea, but if everybody in the West is already doing RMT, why not allowing it, right? And make money otherwise. I mean, let's be honest. If we get this stuff here, everybody would be buying it.
China is a hardcore pay to win.
I mean, at this point, AGS killed the game with their method, so fuck it. Yeah, exactly.
Which is around 19.
Just go full China.
Dollars.
Was a great
Well, if you can't
2024.
beat RMT,
Here's to
then
hoping
try to compete with it, I
2025 is
guess.
better and off to
No,
a
I mean,
great
they're
start
not
for you,
competing. They're just saying it's
chat.
allowed. Just do
Alright,
it.
well, think
They're
of the
saying go
33
at
months.
RMT.
Well, part of
And then
the
buy
thing
our
is
materials
I'm
to
partially
hone.
convinced that their cash shop stuff is so good because they
Oh, what's
have
the
the
sound just now?
fastest speed
Subscription.
of adding content into the game.
Well, I can't see anything.
And they already learned
No, for
how fucked you
him.
guys got
okay.
by fast content cadence. And China's way faster than your region is in terms of like adding shit into the game. So
I also think, this is also, again, we have to take this into account. They get the
Yeah.
they get the content so much faster that
I thought this is us.
they also have to give us more deals. Them more deals.
they have to pump them with mats and stuff and cash shop stuff. I mean, those motherfuckers were at Saintone 3 months after their game release. That's absurd.
3 months after the game release, they had Clown. What the hell? That is crazy. That is really, really accelerated.
Outside of the F4 shop, there are events that will sell you mats as well. This is a new event we have this year. The main goal for this event is to try and sell you outfits. Here's a link for the outfit. This outfit's also unique to Siena. It was designed for the Chinese New Year in celebration of the Year of the Snake. Oh, I think we saw this one already.
Traditional Chinese outfits.
Can't say I'm a fan.
Wow, China loves speaking Chinese. I think the progression excuses were only made up by AGS. They have all the tools to power us to any content they want, but they decided to greed and set on FOMO for every release, burning the players. And I honestly think so. Only whales are using the F4 shop for the most part, I would say. I think many players are like Arc Passive Andes who just buy the Arc Pass, not Arc Passive, Arc Pass Andes who just buy Arc Pass and the Crystalline Aura subscription. But if they would make the deal so juicy that everybody feels like, oh my fucking god, this is such a good deal, many more people would swipe for this kind of stuff. And maybe they would make the same amount of money. Just having a wider player base who is willing to spend money in the game. And ultimately, this is what you want. You want people to make their first purchase because the second purchase is psychologically always going to be easier. So if they just make it super cheap, they might catch more people. But I guess they don't want to. I guess RGS only will do something if server only have 1,000 players or so. I mean, then it's over. Yeah, just look at Relic Book deal.
Those
It
are
wasn't
red,
even a good
isn't
one,
China
but
against
still
red
a
color?
lot bought. Yeah,
They're
exactly.
against the use of the color red when it disparages. When
I mean, I wouldn't even say it wasn't a good one. Comparatively speaking to everything else they put in our cash shop so far, it was one of the best deals we've ever had.
it's used in a disparaging manner.
Oh, lobby still not full? Holy moly.
Billy.
I hope that they do copy past of China, but Smilegate don't want that, I guess.
Oh, that was so weird. Okay, apparently the red colorway was a legendary outfit. So it gives legendary stats like legendary outfits, but they're not class specific.
People feel a bit cheated when buying in the F4 shop when they see others just RMT. Yeah, this is the problem. This is the biggest problem.
To obtain the outfit, you need to play this stupid Monopoly game they designed. The rules are very complicated. All you need to know is you need to put in 3 times the amount of money to obtain the outfit. But after you exchange for all the outfits you want, the leftovers will be exchanged into more mats. If you don't get the outfit, you can still play this event and use the event mats to exchange for honing mats. The money spent versus mat gain efficiency is around 130%. I see. So you have to play a Monopoly game to get those outfits. But if you don't want the outfits, you could still play the Monopoly game for mats, and it's still more efficient than buying from their auction house. Because they're pumping out mats and events like this in F4 shops, the mat price and the in-game market are kept relatively low and steady. The F4 shop will adjust the number of mats based on the in-game market price. Okay, this is what they do not do in both the West and Korea. In both the West and Korea. Even when we were in tier 3. Well, actually, no, that's not true. At the end of tier 3, you had really good mat packages. But early on in tier 3, that was not the case. Where the F4 shop.
So at the end of tier 3, you had really good material packages, and then they just push us to tier 4, and the material packages don't matter anymore. That was also very, very smart.
Shops would often
so you
have
to swipe
like
again, I guess.
bad deals. You only started getting really good deals towards the very end of tier 3. And in Korea, we just never had fucking good deals, which was ass. But it sounds like they're regularly adjusting the mats in the cash shop packages to beat RMT rates. Here's the in-game gold exchange rate. If we're talking in USD, you can exchange 3,960 gold for every dollar in gain. If we RMT gold from player, we can exchange 6,230 gold after tax for every dollar. RMT between players is allowed in China, which is a common thing in... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot in China, player-to-player RMT is not against their TOS. And that's really common in all of their MMOs in China. Some games in China even allow you to sell your account through in-game interfaces.
We don't know, Ilo. And I also haven't seen any information about it. If someone knows, then you can link.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like they just straight up have systems in-game that are designed for that. To allow you to RMT in-game without having to go through a third-party website. I'm not sure if the cap is doing anything to the RMT market, but they introduced this smart idea. So in CN, you can't overprice stuff through the auction. Oh, so you can't sell 8 million gold tier 2 accessories there? They get price capped?
Oh.
The only way
but
for
the
you to
price
RMT
cap is
gold
also
through
not
the mailing
helping.
system. 2 months ago, the dev introduced a mailing limit to the game. Every character in your roster is given a limit. The higher gear you are, the larger the limits you'll be receiving. For example, my roster was full 1610. When the limit cap was introduced, for each 1610 character I had, I was given 700k gold mailing limits. So at the beginning, I was able to mail out 4.2 million gold to anyone I want via RMT. You're going to ask, can they still mail out gold to player after using up the limits? They can, but at a very expensive cost. So if you want... Oh, so you can mail even after this limit, but if you do over your account limit,
Costs
you
15% tax.
hit with a bat with an extra 15% tax. So basically, in the Chinese server, you're allowed to RMT, and your RMT limit is based off of how many high-level characters you have. And then if you try an RMT beyond that point, you get hit by a heavy tax.
Is this really stopping RMT completely? I mean, I think it's definitely making it much better, for sure. But I feel like there will still be people who just RMT outside, right? But it definitely makes the situation a lot better.
Now we are 4 honey.
But it's also P2P. He's talking about P2P. He's not talking about botting. So there might still be botting gold from outside. But honestly, when I hear this, it feels like China
They're doing well.
has quite some good ideas how to combat
Absolutely.
these kind of things. And the other headphone, honey?
Yeah.
Earphone? Right now, the power of RMT player versus everyone else is so disgustingly bad that I prefer this. Yeah, true. Holy moly. Time to log in, boys. Enough RMT talk.
Akku 40%.
We're all gonna become Esther 8 user when we move over to China.
Let's go. Let's go move in there.